Politically, our society today is as polarized as can be. People don't only disagree, they also despise each other. Here in the US, the supporters of both parties claim that their opponents are like Nazis. These say that the others are fanatics belonging to a cult, and those say that the others are the axes of evil. To me, a religious person, all these accusations are very familiar. In modern secular schools, we all learned that in ancient times, people were primitive and closed-minded, and therefore they believed in religions. Their blind faith allowed them to create cults. But today, we all know that religion is the source of evil. When you say that someone believes in something simply because he is closed-minded, because he is a part of a cult, you are relinquishing your responsibility of even trying to understand their position before judging it. Why bother? You can never understand fanatics. By speaking of religion in this way, the educational institutions ensured that their students will never even try to understand religion. This way, they guaranteed their control over information about it and their monopoly on presenting views and opinions. In the modern political world, we see the same thing. A person who has been convinced that the opposite side is a cult will never want to understand them. Maybe this explains the animosity between people and the lack of desire to understand others' positions. Maybe this explains such a polarization of opinions. I recommend a simple exercise. Before saying anything about your opponents, write down on a piece of paper what you think their position is, without reflecting on your opinion about it. Just write down what their logic is, and then show it to them and ask them if you see their position correctly. After they confirm to you that you understand them, then form your opinion about their beliefs. In politics, it will be very effective. In religion as well. An average observant Jew lives among the secular majority and always hears what their worldview is. Reading the Talmud in yeshivas, they study the debates between rabbis and heretics, between Jews and Greek philosophers. My school-age children have been at and participated in countless discussions with people who call themselves non-believers. I suppose that an average Orthodox Jew can explain the position of secular people very well. And what about those who consider themselves secular? How well can they describe the worldview of the religious world? They have been taught that the religious are primitive fanatics, and trying to understand them is not worth the time and effort. When I ask someone why do they think that their opponents are a closed-minded cult, I often hear, I just cannot understand how a thinking person would say something like that. That means that you call them a part of cult because you do not understand their train of thought. Or people often think that they understand their opponents, but their opponents might not think so. And the exercise I recommended before can help establish that. Blind faith and cults exist both in religion and in politics. But if a person calls someone closed-minded fanatic cult because he does not understand their position, that means that this person is living without even trying to figure out any viewpoint except for his own, then maybe this person is a closed-minded fanatic himself.